It's 5:30. I can't be bothered. Bit of a theme on these type of videos. Oh no, I need my phone to unplug the car. There we go.
I think you're used to this bit on the behind the scenes footage. We're driving!
Hey!
We've not even bothered getting the camera out.
Look, I'm just going, hey! There we go. So, yeah, it's seems to be a lot of driving, doesn't it? I don't think the motor trade know that the north exists.
No. So, yeah, we're driving. There you go. On shaky cam.
Yeah. I'm quite hungover, that's what it is.
So, I guess we'll see you there.
Yeah, in a bit.
Well, we're here at the superchargers, the ever reliable superchargers. But look at this.
It's amazing.
Grantham is very different. I mean, the two grid-serve ones are still over there, which I've been using for years, coming down the A1 every time I visit my parents. But if
There's nobody using them.
Yeah, if this is what the public network is going to be like, then this is a positive. It's just the other services need to catch up now.
I'm sure they will, given time. After.
Exactly. So, but ultimately, I think still the reason the Tesla's staying is because of
drive
those.
in, drive out.
One of them wasn't working about 2 months ago when I came here. Just one of the points. The next day I checked, it was working again.
Well, it's that reliability.
Yeah. So I don't know if grid-serve are any good for repairs now. They're probably, obviously a lot better, but it's that peace of mind, isn't it?
Yeah. You know it's going to work.
I have never made a plan for any journey in that car. Because you don't have to, the car does it for. We've said this time and time again. And when you're doing an event, you have to be there at a certain time. You have to rely on it.
Yeah. And you can do.
And yeah, absolutely can. So we're doing good time.
I think we are, aren't we?
Yeah, we're in good time. So we're actually going to have we don't need to charge yet. We could have done it on the way back, but I think we'll get it done now.
We'll get it done now, yeah.
And then we've got a Costa, a Burger King, and a Greggs at what time is it? 8 in the morning.
It's usually KFC time, isn't it? 8 in the morning.
I think a Greggs maybe, but they usually have nibbles at these events, don't they? So
yeah, she's wonderful.
we like nibbles. She's at every event. Little question for you, Harry.
See why?
What are the services? Why in Grantham services of all places do you need wetsuits?
What goes on here after dark?
Is this some sort of nighttime activity? But the scary thing is, are they even adults?
The kids ones.
Who at Grantham is going? Right, guys, we're stocking up. Was it W.H. Smith?
Yeah.
W.H. Smith are going. You know what we're missing in some of our stores, especially the service areas in the middle of the UK?
Wetsuits.
Wetsuits.
Yeah. That's a bizarre one. It's not like a kid's going to go. You take your kids into W.H. Smith's and they're going to want a teddy bear, aren't they?
Yeah. I used to get a magazine.
Can I have a wetsuit?
Yeah. I mean, how many of those could they possibly sell?
I don't. Yeah, it's an odd one, that, isn't it? I bet they've been there for 5 years.
It's about to start. Right, well, we've started. We have the ID3. There's only we had to share apparently, or everyone else had to pair up in terms of two different journalists.
I'm not sure if me and you paired counted, but
no,
we've got a car. We didn't say anything.
We just waited until the end, and then ended up with our own car. So I think we've looked out on that one, so that's quite good. But
unless there's somebody there who can't go in the car.
Yeah, could be. So yeah, we just spent 5 minutes setting up the camera and the audio, which I'm not currently using for this video. Because second channel, don't get proper audio on the second channel. And now we're going to a reservoir to hopefully do some filming. After we've obviously driven it long enough to know what we're going to say. So I'll probably drive it around for an hour or so and then...
What you don't see.
That's the charger for the GoPro. See if we can do it in one take. Which side, left or right? I haven't actually thought about this one bit, so this is completely off the cuff. Hello, welcome back to the channel, guys, and to the new non-facelift but facelift ID. Now it's a bit much, is that, isn't it? Yeah. Too many winks. The changes are, well, easy to spot when someone tells you, but they are
subtle.
Yeah. The front end changes, they're the biggest ones. The big one, the main changes are at the front, visually anyway. They've got rid of that black plasticky bit at the top of the bonnet, and I don't know if Will that pick it up? Do you think? The main visual changes are at the front. The bonnet being the biggest one. They got rid of that black plastic affair, I guess, that... What would you call it? The main changes at the front, not the main changes.
So it's got a relative, hasn't it, that's almost a direct competitor. Right, let's go back to being us now. So, Andrew, I was wondering if you...
This Yorkshire persona really works very well on YouTube, doesn't it?
Yes, everyone thinks we're down with them and that we could be talking to them in a pub of all things.
Have you got the duff pate sandwiches with you? I'm quite peckish.
I think I've got the fagua.
Right, well, we have finished filming just like this, essentially. After driving the car, we did as research beforehand, which should point out we don't just turn up and invent
We've done
things.
2 hours driving. We've missed lunch by an hour, have we?
Yeah, I think we might miss lunch. Oh, no, it might still be around. We've had a nice chat with a few people. Joe Achilles was here.
Nice to meet him.
I've got
He didn't know us? No, he didn't.
Yeah. No, I didn't. And to be honest, there's all the big magazines here.
Yes.
Well, no, the journalists you see on What Car and Auto Express, most of them are here.
There's quite a few people I'm going, I've seen them on telly.
I know that face.
Yeah, but I don't want to go ask.
Yeah, I think, that's not bad. There's, I think, did he say 28 people over 2 days?
Yeah.
Top 28,
That's
get in there. And, I should point out, no fully charged.
No. They got probably a private viewing.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, essentially, it's what you'd probably expect. There's no magic behind this, is there?
The thing I like about these events, though, is you get to speak to some of the people who maybe had some input with the design, or know a little bit more about the product and can tell you certain things about...
Yeah, stuff you don't get off a video, definitely. And other people, like Joe Achilles. I've watched him on and off for a few years.
Oh, I'd say 5... Well, from when he first started, for me, when he used to chauffeur for Shmee.
Yeah, so and it's just nice to talk to people because they're just people like us.
Yeah. Just very tall.
Yeah, very tall. But it's nice just to get their opinion as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially when he knows nothing about electric cars. So
No,
it's quite nice to be on the other side of. I know more than a much more famous person than me.
Yeah.
But no, it's networking, isn't it? The next time we go to an event, if he happens to be there, how are you doing? It's hello again. And because everybody seems to know each other, don't they?
Yeah, they do, yeah. And everyone just sort of looks at us going, who were they?
Yeah, who were there? Vicky Parrott, she was there. I've seen her a few times. And the guy off... he had the bright green pants and the airbag. Bachelor.
James Bachelor.
James Bachelor. And just talking to the PR, in this case, the folks about the PR guys, the people you see all the time on the email,
but never actually get to speak to them.
You never had to speak to them. So again, it's nice to put a face to the name.
Also, it puts you in good stead for getting further events, doesn't it?
We'd like to think if you get invited to one, you're then almost on a list.
Yeah.
For the next one.
For when somebody drops out.
Well, yeah. I mean, the big one for me is, it's what, 2026 did they say? The ID2?
That's going to be. I mean, if
that said again, less than 25,000 euros.
Yeah.
So even if you factor in the UK thing, 6-7 grand.
Well,
smaller battery version, of course.
Even if it's that, I mean, the design pictures of it looks like a Golf.
Well, it's going to be the size of a Polo with the interior space of a Golf.
Yeah. I mean, that's going to be the i2 is just going to. The i2 is just going to be a bit of a game changer if they can do it at that price.
Well, yeah, even if it's got a 40-odd kilowatt-hour battery, for 25,000 euros, 25 grandish, is that?
Yeah, 150, 160 miles.
No one's doing it like that. Even MG4 aren't quite that cheap yet.
No. And you're getting a Volkswagen for that. It's a known brand, known for reliability and known for build.
You're getting a Polo-sized car. We don't. What is there in the electric car world?
There's not much, is there really, to be honest with you.
I wonder, what food do you think they're going to have?
It's usually stuff that you never eat.
Yeah.
What did we have last time? It was like Mediterranean vegetables with pork chops.
Yeah. Now, I don't think we're going to get that because we're not in a mansion country house. We're essentially in the middle of an industrial estate.
With a concrete factory next to us or a tarmac factory next to us. Yeah, it's in a strange place, isn't it?
But it's a studio. If you ever watch a YouTube video or even a magazine or even TV, I guess, where they're walking around a car which is clearly on a a white background. It's in a studio.
It's probably done here.
I reckon it's done here because it's a big place, it's massive.
Looks a little bit like the Top Gear studio, doesn't it? You know, in terms of its.
Yeah.
When it was inside.
But they've got all the lighting sorted out for people. So every time Johnny Smith does a first look at something, it's probably somewhere like this.
It says they've got quite a lot of one of the units, aren't they? And they've got lots of different ones.
Yeah.
So again, it could be used for all sorts of things: TV, film.
I guess it's somewhere that's just set up. Bring a car in. Have you even seen them do a bus? It's that big.
Wow.
They've driven a bus in, and
did two come at once?
I'm used to these country mansions, damn it. Thank God they've put the Volkswagen flags outside
We
because
could have driven straight past it. Yeah, not a clue.
No.
Bill Plant, he gets everywhere.
Pretty good.
This is the studio that we mentioned. You probably recognise it from first looks and things like that. So we're going to go inside the original one so we can compare it to the new interior. So this is it's a good opportunity. Is this? We've just finished, and yeah, that's the event place. Very nice. And we're just going to have a look at Joe Achilles' M2, which is there.
Right, well, we're done.
We're done, that's it.
We're driving back, if you wondered what that looked like.
It's like this. It's exciting stuff.
We're on the A1, there's a green
Something.
B series, B200D.
Wow. I think the thing is, out of all the cars, you chose that one.
In that colour.
I know, it's not too bad, it's a bit
I
smart.
can understand the Mercedes angle if you want a bit of comfort, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, make it, I don't know what you call that green.
Cosmic green.
So yeah, that's essentially the
Exciting life.
ID3 event. Yeah, exciting life of YouTubers as before, and easy extra content for the second channel.
I know, we're not doing this just because it's easy extra content.
I reckon this is more interesting than the ID3 review.
I think so, yeah. I mean, the thing is, we're going home now, so we're back in about 2.5, 3 hours if we're lucky. And if we get a chance then, podcast.
We've tried before and it failed to record a podcast as we're driving back. Fortunately, all you can hear is the drone in the background of the car. Because if
your wife complaining.
Yeah. If we could get the podcast done when we're driving, we'd have tons.
We'd have, yeah.
We'd have about 5 every time we did an event. There we go. Behind the scenes.
It's extra content.
BTS. Behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes.
Right, well, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Subscribe. Driving up. Just wondered how long I can keep them hanging on.
Oh no, we've got to do it still, haven't we?
Oh, yeah. But the scenery's moving. They won't think YouTube's paused. My hand's moving a bit though.